How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today I'm going to talk about AI, and what's on a lot of people's mind is when is it going to take our jobs? And if it does, how are we going to get a universal basic income if no one has jobs anymore? Now, I think a lot of people is kind of bracing for this to happen, that AI is going to take away a lot of kind of lower level jobs, those things that are dangerous or things that are repetitive. And as it gets smarter, it's going to get higher and higher up the food chain, all the way until maybe it can replace everybody. People don't have jobs anymore, and therefore you need some means of living. You need to receive value somehow, and that's where universal basic income comes from. Universal basic income has always been, let's give someone some small amount, just enough so that they can live. Not a luxurious life. It has to be like a pretty low level. For example, you have enough to rent a room within a house. You can't have your own place. You can have groceries. You have enough to, pay for healthcare, whatever. Just all your basic needs. That's where the name comes from. Universal basic _basic income. This video is brought to you by Moomoo, the commission-free trading app. You can get up to 15 free shares of stock just for depositing $100, or 5 free shares of stock for depositing $100. 8.1% APY on uninvested cash for up to 3 months. Check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. If you have a universal basic income, how much percentage of the population is going to just lay flat and do nothing? There are going to be some people out there that goes, hey, I might as well, just do nothing, just watch TV all day long and just, be a consumer, not strive for more. And from the information I have seen, the studies and stuff, they say it's going to be about roughly 10% of the population that's not going to strive for more. So you will have a bunch of people that are kind of dead weights, or maybe they just don't want more. They're completely satisfied with AI taking over. They're doing all the automation, producing crops and stuff. The factories are making all our food, everything that we ever wanted. It's all done by AI. We're just biological things just sitting here, consuming, sitting inside the house, not doing much, getting universal basic income, ordering groceries, and it arrives at the door. So 10% of the population is going to do that, but there's going to be plenty of people that are going to keep on working. It's because you want something to do. It just makes life fun and interesting. When you do work, you're able to sort of progress through life, and whenever something happens, it just makes life all that much interesting. I think about the way the things are going right now. Who is going to reap the rewards of artificial intelligence? It's all the big companies, all the big tech companies. Right now, if they're earning billions off of AI, do you see them doling out this money and turning it into a universal basic income? No. And my view is, I think it's going to be very difficult for government to enact any kind of like AI tax or thing. Maybe it will happen. But my current thinking, the way things are moving now, I feel like all the value and money that's going to be generated by AI, it's going to just get funneled to the big companies. So if that is the case, if you're not going to get a universal basic income, it just means that you have to make one for yourself. So therefore, in order to do that, you need to invest in companies, in AI companies that is going to eventually reap the rewards of this. And there are a lot of them out there. I own Tesla. I own Meta. I don't actually want to own Google, although I think they're working hard at AI as well. Maybe they're a player. I used to own Amazon, but I just kind of don't have as much faith in that they can grow such a big company, double or triple it even after this, mainly because Jeff Bezos is no longer there. Let me just summarize for you guys what happened in AI. DeepSeek, coming from China, they developed something that beat out the latest and greatest AI from the US with 1/10 of the infrastructure. The way they did it was use a lot of ingenious methods in order to get it there. And this is verified by a bunch of intelligence tests. You ask it a bunch of questions and you see if it gets it right. DeepSeek is open source, MIT model or something. So I think they can go in and figure out what they exactly did in order to get it there, which means the US companies are just going to take a look at that all the AI engineers in the US import all of that knowledge and put it into their latest and greatest. People are freaking out that DeepSeek is able to beat out the US AI companies with so little. So I think what the market is doing right now is, oh, you don't need that much computation power. So therefore, NVIDIA is in deep trouble. The big tech company is not going to buy their H100s or whatever. But I don't think this is the case. When the US AI companies absorb all this knowledge from China, which is really crazy, they're gonna put out a new model that is like even more insane, even better. And then the Chinese AI company is gonna see that, and then they're gonna do something amazing on it again because they have the talent over there apparently now. This proves that the AI race between US and China is a lot closer than we think. Every modern country is going to have their own AGI. They're going to be very smart and they're going to each do their own thing. I think of this kind of like hard disk space or computation power on a PC. When you have a lot of hard disk space, you tend to just fill it up. Like for programmers, if you have like a gigahertz of processing power, lots of computational power, you're not going to spend so much time trying to optimize little piece of code when it doesn't even matter. So what if it uses 30% of CPU power versus 50%? Both of them is going to run just fine until, maybe you're like, oh shoot, we should optimize it a little bit more or something because you're running out of CPU power. So this is exactly what's happening. They ran out of processing power to do the training for their AI. So, they have to come up with something in order to make it work, which is a good thing because I think maybe the US companies are sort of running wild. They're like, oh, we have all this processing power. So they're doing it in a brute force way, not thinking more creatively about how to do it. I'm not the biggest AI person. I don't know how to do that. So I'm just making an observation of what I know myself on this topic. And of course, relating this to investing. Overall, I think AI stocks, they're all going to rise. And I think the increase in value in the stock market is probably going to be concentrated around companies that adopt AI. I'm about 25% into this book. Singularity is nearer. It really drives home and make you really understand that it's an exponential thing that's going to happen. Once we got ChatGPT, it seems like every couple of months we're getting a new breakthrough. And then a few weeks later we get DeepSeek. I think, within a month, we're going to get another thing that wows us within the next 5 to 10 years, probably even sooner than that. Some of these AI companies, I believe, is going to 10x. If people are going to lose their jobs, I think purchasing AI stocks is probably a way to get yourself UBI, universal basic income, because as the stock appreciate, then at least you get more and more money so that you can live off of it. I'm currently invested in Tesla, although it's taking forever for full self-driving to come out. Once full self-driving comes out, Tesla bot comes out. When that happens, I really do think their stock is going to skyrocket. You also have Meta, which is already capitalizing with AI. They're using AI to better advertise. But the question is, which AI stock? I kind of feel like it's going to be like the .com. It's gonna all go up. The entire ocean is gonna float up. Any company that has enough capital to, have these data centers to train their AI, is gonna benefit. I don't claim to know which one is gonna succeed. For all I know, Tesla might fail. Maybe they can never get full self-driving to come out. Maybe some random startup, they have all these ingenious ideas and then they can get a self-driving car just out of nowhere. So if, let's say, AI stock is going to 10x within 5 to 10 years, how will you invest? The way I think of this is not to try to figure out which stock is going to do it, but, just pick a few that have a high likelihood that this may happen. So those are my thoughts currently. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a like, subscribe for more.